Hello dear students, today we will start the chapter water. Students, in your class only just a basic revision, a basic details about water has given, and different types of solution has given, that what is a true solution, what is a suspension, what is a colloid, okay, and some knowledge related to the crystallization of water, what is crystallization, that has given. So that will be an interesting video lecture. I hope everybody will enjoy. Okay, so let's start. So students, basic revision, water is a colorless and a tasteless compound, and it needed to all living things. We all need water, and more than 60% of our body contain water. Okay, and in the total universe, total earth, here the present earth surface, the source of rivers and glaciers, snow, rainfall, these all are the source of water. And seawater is a impure form of water, contain 3.5% of soluble salts. Mainly if you read, you can easily understand from where, what is the source of water. Source of water is the different, different rivers, and here already I have read ocean, sea, rivers, lakes, okay. So, and seawater contain 3.5% of soluble salt. It is the, it is the impure form of water. Okay. So removal of this, nowadays, so people are drinking water from converting the seawater to pure format. There is a process. That process is called desalination. Okay. Desalination means just remove of the salt, soluble salt, and if you remove it, then it will be converted into pure water. Okay, several countries following the procedures. Basically, the Middle East country, Saudi Arabia, they are using, they are purifying the seawater to convert into pure drinking water. Okay, and here rainwater percolates through the soil and just collects over non-porous rocks, and they will we are using that groundwater. Okay, here the ground beds are purifying the water. Okay, and we are just extracted that water and we are using for drinking purpose. Okay. Now come to the dissolution of salts in water. Okay, water is a good solvent. It can dissolve most minerals and nutrients present in our food. These dissolved materials are thus easily absorbed by our body. Okay, so that is the thing. Water also dissolve waste materials of the body, which are then removed by the kidney. Okay, so water, drinking water, water doesn't have any calorific value, but it will help us to detoxify our cells in our body. Okay. Mm, it will remove the unnecessary things, and it will means unnecessary things from our body, which is filtered by the kidney and then removed. Okay, so here when salt dissolve in water, the negative part of water attract positive part of the salt. Okay, so there is a basic chemical reaction type. Suppose if you take example of sodium chloride salt, so Na plus and Cl minus. So Cl minus H2O, hydrogen is plus side and oxygen negative side. So oxygen side attached with sodium like this way, OHH. So O bond with sodium, and similarly chloride, for chloride, H bond with chlorine. Okay, so that as basically has told here that negative part of the water means oxygen side attached to the sodium. Okay, and they will just make a scum like structure. Okay, they will surround and make it dissolve. Okay, so as a result, dissolution happens. Okay, that is called dissolution of salt, because means the separate ion of the salt has surrounded by the water molecule. So if you separate the ion of the salt, that salt will disappear. Okay, because combination will make it salt. Sodium ion, chloride ion combine together form sodium chloride, and that is solid. If you separate two ion, then the solid state will disappear. Okay, that is the phenomenon is called dissolution of water. Okay, so students, this is the basic lecture for today. Here already the example has given sodium chloride, sodium ion attached with oxygen like this way, OH, oxygen. Similarly, lot of oxygen, water molecule like this way dissolve the sodium, and chloride, hydrogen OH, HOH by this way, HOH, that hydrogen part. Okay, 1 minute. The hydrogen part. Okay, that hydrogen OHOH by this way they bond with chloride and make it dissolve. Now come to the water is a universal solvent, because you know it will dissolve. It is a such liquid which will dissolve the maximum number of solutes. Okay, means in the earth, you can say, means most of the material in the earth can be dissolved in water. Okay, the solute is a solute is the substance that dissolve in solvent. So students, here the solute solvent concept will come. What is a solute? Solute is a substance which will dissolve in solvent to form solution. Very easy thing, you must remember this thing. Solute is a substance which will dissolve in solvent to form solution. A simple example: salt dissolve in water to form salt solution. So salt is here solute. Okay, and water is the solvent, and the solution, that salt solution mixture, you can say that is a solution. Okay, so water is a universal solvent because water can dissolve most of the solute present in the earth, maximum number of solute, and form solution. Hence it is called universal solvent. Okay, now students, come to the solubility. Solubility is a property of a solute. Okay, property of a solute in a particular solvent. You must mention these things, students, because which solute dissolve in which type of solvent, that is matter. That is matter. Okay, what is the, suppose salt dissolve in water, salt dissolve in alcohol. Alcohol is also a solvent. So there is different side, because how much salt will dissolve in water, that much salt is not dissolved in alcohol, because there is separate different proportion, because solvent is separated. Okay, similarly, if you take any other solute, suppose sugar, so if you use two different solvent, sugar solubility will be different. So that is the term solubility has come. So solute, solvent, solution, and solubility, these four terms you need to understand properly. So what is solubility? Solubility is the means the quality, or you can say, you by yourself you can say, the tendency to dissolve, the amount of solute dissolve in a particular solvent. Okay, the amount of solute dissolve. Okay, particular solute dissolved in a particular solvent, it is measured by the here you can see it is measured as the amount of solute that dissolve in given quantity of solvent at a given temperature to form a saturated solution. Okay, so that is the thing, I think you understand. So that is called the solubility. Amount of solute will dissolve in a particular solvent. Okay, that is called its solubility. Okay, how much it will dissolve. So based on that solubility, different solution will form. If students, suppose very easily I am saying, suppose sugar and water. Okay, so 1 minute. So sugar plus water. So suppose three different glass, you add, there water is already present, you add sugar here, here, and here also. Here suppose 50 is to 50, means the amount of solvent, how much a solvent has the capacity. Suppose you take 10 ml water and you add 1 kg sugar, is it a solution for prepare? Never it will prepare, because how could you explain this thing? So all solution, all solvent, okay, all solvent has a proper ability to dissolve the solute. Okay, listen to my word very carefully. All solvent, suppose water, a little, suppose here a particular amount 100 ml water. So 100 ml water, suppose I say it can dissolve 10 gram sugar. Okay, so that is a saturated solution, you can say. Okay, saturated solution means a perfect solution, means the water, that all water molecule can bind properly with the sugar molecule when a 10 gram sugar add to the 100 ml water. So that is a saturated solution. Okay, so different solution, so different solvent, different, it will apply for different solvent and different solute. Okay, so I am giving with an example. Each and every solvent has a proper, has a equal tendency, means each and every solvent can soluble, can soluble a solute at a equal level. Okay, you can say in a equilibrium level, means amount of solvent easily equally dissolve with the solute. That is a saturated solution. But student, if you give 9 gram sugar, then what happens? That means the solution has the, that solvent can take 1 gram more. Okay, you give the less amount sugar, so that is a unsaturated solution. Okay, with example it will be better to understand. Okay, but if you give 11 gram sugar, then what happens? That means you are giving 1 gram extra, so that 1 gram sugar can't dissolve. Okay, that will not dissolve, that will suspense, or that will just settle down at the bottom of the glass. It can be settled, it will settle down. Okay, but when you quickly you can mix it with the spoon. Okay, you stir the solution, you can say for some time again it will vanish. So that is a super saturated solution. I think students, this is the very simple way to understand these three kind of solution: unsaturated, saturated, super saturated. Okay, and I hope you understand. Now come to the factor affecting formation of solution. What? Suppose students, you take a that will be students stirring, increase in temperature and particle size. Why students? See, suppose there is a super saturated solution, means you give 11 gram sugar in 100 ml, but that solution take 10 gram. Solution means the solvent can take 10 gram, you give 11 gram. Suppose 1 gram settle down, so you give the temperature, then you see it will mix. Okay, with high temperature solubility of a solvent increase. Okay, due to the randomness of the particle, you can say by this way. Okay, so that increase of the randomness, kinetic energy, can dissolve more solute in it. That is, you can say, that is a factor. Okay, so we must take care when we form a solution, that should be room temperature, proper way we will calculate. Okay, all should be in a constant level. Okay, in a particular solvent, particular solution. Okay, particular solvent, particular solute. Okay, and particular condition should be there. Suppose if one solution you make at 25 degree centigrade, another solution you are making 0 degree centigrade, that should not be. Whatever the condition, temperature and temperature should be at same. Okay, whenever you are making the three kind of solution. Okay, so and another is stirring. When you stir, you can see 1 or 2 gram extra solute can dissolve. But if you can't stir, it will be in a proper maximum level, and after that the more will be settled down. Okay, so student, these three factor you must read. This is the very basic lecture start of this chapter. Next class I will discuss about these three kind of solution. Okay, a little bit explanation has given over here. Thank you.